Welcome to Module 1 of the Designing Out Waste tool for buildings video tutorials. This module provides an introduction to the tool. These tutorials demonstrate how to use the tool from registration through to final reporting. Module 1 introduces the tool and explains a little about designing out waste, the inputs and outputs of the tool, and how to set up a user account. Once you've seen Module 1, you can move on to Module 2 and learn how to generate a waste forecast. Module 3 then explains how to assess and compare the impact of various design solutions. This module explains the role of the designer in waste management planning, what the tool does, who should use it and when, and the benefits of using it, the tool's data inputs and reporting outputs, how to access the tool via the WRAP website, and how to register to use the tool. We will finish with a summary before you go on to Modules 2 and 3. The designer has an important role in forecasting the waste on a project and identifying the key opportunities for waste prevention, reduction, recovery and reuse, as well as opportunities to specify products with high recycled content. The definition of a project in the English Site Waste Management Plan regulations includes the design stage. Plans are required to include actions taken to prevent wastage prior to construction. Therefore, designers have an important role to play in site waste management planning. WRAP's Design Team Guide for Buildings can be downloaded from the WRAP website. The guide sets out 5 principles for designing out waste and explains the process. The Designing Out Waste tool for buildings was developed for use in conjunction with the Design Team Guide. The Designing Out Waste tool for buildings is a free online resource. The tool has been developed for use by the design team, particularly by architects. The tool can be used during the outline or detailed design stages. If your project is at the detailed design stage and you have access to a cost plan or bill of quantities, you may choose to generate a more detailed waste forecast using WRAP's Net Waste tool. The Designing Out Waste tool for buildings requires the user to enter only basic project details that you are likely to know at an early stage in the design process. The tool requires only a few minutes' effort to generate an indicative waste forecast. The tool allows you to identify opportunities to improve materials resource efficiency at an early stage. It provides an Excel output containing a waste forecast and a list of waste prevention actions, both of which can be added to the project site waste management plan. You can also use the results to demonstrate corporate social responsibility or communicate waste and cost savings to the client. The tool can help you with the process of waste forecasting and developing design solutions. The tool was developed to assist decision-making through the design process. It is not a design modelling tool. Using the tool is an iterative process. It can be used in more than one sitting. Here's how I suggest you use it. After setting up a new project, generate a performance report. This report contains an indicative forecast covering your design's consumption of materials and waste generation. The report can be used to support WRAP's design review workshop process by focusing the team's attention on the building elements likely to consume the most materials and produce the most waste. After the design review workshop, you can revisit the tool to record any actions taken to prevent waste and then calculate their impact on waste and cost. You can then generate a report to assist with site waste management planning. Module 2 covers adding a project, generating a performance report, and using the report to support the designing out waste process. Module 3 covers how to record actions taken to design out waste and assess their impacts, and how to add your waste forecast and waste prevention actions to the project site waste management plan. This module, Module 1, provides an overview of the steps in using the tool. For your convenience, a detailed user guide and a workbook on the Designing Out Waste tool for buildings are available from the WRAP website. The user guide can be accessed at any time when using the tool from the Download Options menu at the top of the screen. The workbook takes you through the tool through a series of tasks. If you wish, you can print this workbook and work along with these video tutorials, pausing when you come to the relevant task. I will indicate an appropriate time to pause with this symbol. Now I will demonstrate how to access the tool and set up a new project. First, we need to access this link. This is WRAP's construction website. We need to click on the Tools and Guidance section. Now that we're in the Tools and Guidance section, we need to click on the Designing Out Waste Tools link. And here we have a choice between buildings and civil engineering projects. We want to select building projects. And then we need to scroll down the page and select to access the Designing Out Waste tool for buildings. This is the tool's login screen. From here you can register and set up your user account. If you have an account for the Net Waste tool or the Designing Out Waste tool for civil engineering, you can access the Buildings tool with the same login. Let's click on Register. To register, you need to fill in this short form, then click Register to register your details. You may want to write down the email address you have used and your password, as these details will be required to log in future. After submitting the form, you are immediately registered and able to use the tool. Your account will also enable you to access the Designing Out Waste tool for civil engineering and the Net Waste tool. In future, you will be able to log in using the Login Existing Users box on the Designing Out Waste tool for buildings homepage. And that brings us to the end of Module 1. In this module we have covered Designing Out Waste, the role of the designer, the Designing Out Waste tool for buildings, an overview of what, why, when and who, the tool's inputs and outputs, the Designing Out Waste tool for buildings workbook, how to access the tool, and how to register and set up your own user account. You can now move on to Modules 2 and 3. Module 2 explains how to set up a new project in the tool, how to enter project details, how to edit the tool's assumptions about your project specification, and how to view the project performance report. Module 3 then explains how to enter actions or solutions to the tool, how to calculate the impact of your solutions and generate a report, and how to add waste prevention actions to the project site waste management plan.